Our first guest, from his acclaimed movie roles in La Bamba, Young Guns, Stand and Deliver, and Courage Under Fire, as well as television roles and the Broadway stage, of course, before actor and director Lou Diamond Phillips receives this year's Star Award at the Dallas International Film Festival and the northern premiere of his new movie. He is sitting down with us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good. We should be doing a photo shoot.
We
it's fabulous.
should. We're on the same wavelength
Spring
this morning.
is on its way.
Indeed, it is. Well, I'm so glad that you came dressed up and looking fabulous this morning. You were actually raised right here in Texas, so this is kind of a homecoming for you.
It's a major homecoming.
Indeed.
Yeah, I grew up in Corpus Christi. I went to
UT Arlington.
UT Arlington.
Yes.
Yeah, UT almost, as we used to call it. I started my career here. My first professional gigs were here. A lot of theater work at UTA and Stage West, the Theater 3 with Jack Alder, I was cast for La Bamba right out of Dallas.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of an apocryphal tale of how I was discovered and then flown out for a screen test, so,
This feels like a full circle moment because now you're receiving the DIFF Dallas Star Award, which is so exciting. What does that mean to you to be able to see it come full circle?
It's hugely emotional for me. The luncheon is going to be amazing, and that happens today. I have friends from junior high, from high school, college friends.
Wow.
Friends from the Film Actors Lab where I used to, study and teach. And this is where the dream began. This is here I am 40 years later, having the kind of career that I hoped I would have.
Yes.
And to come back and to be recognized in this way, and also to continue to be putting out, work that I'm incredibly proud of, like the film Keep Quiet.
Yes, indeed.
So it's a little overwhelming, and I'm incapable of putting it into really
into words.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But let's expand upon Keep Quiet. It's going to be making its North American premiere at the festival, actually, which is so exciting. Can you tell us a little bit about it without giving too much, of course?
It's an amazing film. It was incredibly well received in Europe. It premiered in Locarno, Switzerland, and went on to win a Best Picture Audience Award at the Oldenburg Film Festival in Germany. This is indeed its North American premiere, and I'm incredibly proud of that, to have done it here, in Dallas. We shot it in Oklahoma on Cheyenne Arapaho land, and it's basically, training day, the Denzel Washington movie. It's basically training day on the reservation. I play a tribal cop, and the wonderful young actress Donna Namrod comes in, and she is my trainee, and there's a sort of tinderbox of potential violence happening on the reservation.
Right. How did you prepare for Teddy, this character that you have, especially on a reservation? Like you said, you shot with Arapaho and the Cheyenne tribes, and you got to actually dive into the culture right there.
It's funny. Sometimes you read a script and you go, okay, I know this guy. 5 pages in, I saw myself doing it, and the preparation was 40 years in coming, because I've played dozens of cops. I've done lots of films about the indigenous community. I've been adopted into the Lakota Nation, into the Cheyenne Nation after Longmire, and so this role was already in my bones. I didn't have to put anything on. I got
a little bit of experience.
I didn't have to acquire it. It was like, okay, you know what? Show up, be me. It works.
And that is the best type of space you can be in, is when you can just show up and delve into yourself and just pour it out. And
especially when you don't get many takes. It's a little low budget film, so you better get it right pretty quickly.
But I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. Was there a challenging part of portraying Teddy?
The director, Vincent Grashaw, is just absolutely wonderful. He is a kind of a gloves-off, tough, gritty director, and so it required a great deal of honesty. It required, approaching this character knowing that there were some rough edges, some things that might not be likable about him, but being true to who he was, and not judging, and knowing who he is in his heart, and that. I think people who see the film will be incredibly affected by the weight that he carries.
Yes. I want to ask, just because we're looking at some of the photos right now.
There's Marcus Redthunder, my brother.
Even just being on the reservation, was that emotional, just being submersed
100%,
into this world?
Because I was saying that's Marcus Redthunder, who was our technical advisor on Longmire. I brought him in to be our technical advisor on Keep Quiet. And to become one of our executive producers, because whenever I have the opportunity to represent the Latino community, to represent the Native community, I do it with respect and I do it with honor, and I'm hoping to, honor that community. And this is a tough story, about gang violence and about families being torn apart, and everybody involved. One of the things that I'm incredibly proud of, I mean, a young actor named Elisha Pratt is going to be a breakout, no doubt about it. But a lot of young native actors who had just come off of Killers of the Flower Moon as background artists got a chance to have the biggest roles of their careers. And they kill it. They're just absolutely wonderful in the film.
This is incredible. And now they have a platform where it's going to be seen right here in North America. I want to get back to Dallas International Film Festival. Tell me, what do festivals play? What role do they play in getting these films out there?
They're so important. They literally create the ecosystem, you know, that sustains little films like this. Small films wouldn't have an opportunity, you know, to be seen. And this is where word of mouth spreads. This is where that grassroots, you know, support, you know, allows a film to eventually become successful and to get into bigger theaters, because, you know, we don't have the support system that a studio has, you know. And you know, I'm governor of the Actors Branch of the Academy, and we've seen so many little films break through, so many foreign films break through, you know, in the last 10 years, because we have this pipeline to get the product to the people.
To get it out there, exactly. Well, I have to say, congratulations to you. We're so glad to have you back in the city. And we just know it's going to be a fabulous evening. The 2026 Dallas International Film Festival runs through Thursday, April 30th. You can go to diffdallas.org/diff for a complete schedule, including the DIFF Dallas Star Award luncheon honoring Lou Diamond Phillips today and the premiere of his film on Saturday. Lou, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you, Erin.